Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So this is next part of communicable disease series of whatever I am posting in my ICMR scientist to be examination playlist. So this is from the communicable disease unit. So without further delay, I will only request you to do give a like. उससे आपका कुछ नहीं जाएगा, but I will feel motivated. And do subscribe the channel if you are a new viewer. And I will provide you everything related to life sciences. So let's start from group A syndromes. I have provided all the group A, group B, and what are the different kind of diseases included in that particular group. So I will recommend you to do watch the previous part and then come to this part. So basically in group A syndrome, they will focus on some of the most common syndromes that are very, very important for examination point of view, and you have to focus on that particular topic. And because so many questions are asked in this from this topic, right? So first one is acute flaccid paralysis, that is also abbreviated as AFP. This acute flaccid paralysis, in this particular thing, we are having the suspicion of the polio disease. You can see non-polio acute flaccid paralysis. This is characterized by weakness, paralysis, and sudden in children under 15 years old. You can see this one. The legs are very, very weak, and a paralysis kind of condition is there. So, in this, we need the stool sample for the analysis. So, the next one is fever and rash. And in fever and rash, what are the disease included? Measles and rubella. So vaccination is the key for this condition. MMR vaccination, that stands for measles, mumps and rubella vaccine. Measles, mumps and rubella vaccine. So it is the, you can see here, these are the rashes everywhere on the body, including face as well. Now, apart from this, congenital rubella syndrome, in this, what we face the cataract as well as deafness. So it can be prevented by the same MMR vaccine. And after that, we are having acute hemorrhagic fever syndrome. So in this, we are having the dengue, CCHF, and Ebola. So CCHF I have mentioned in my previous videos. It is Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever. So it is basically a tick-borne viral disease caused by the norovirus. So all these diseases are included in this acute hemorrhagic fever syndrome. Now in CRS, that is coronavirus respiratory syndrome, we are having SARS and MERS, as well as the transmission route is obviously through the droplet released from the infected individual. Now in food poisoning syndrome, we are having the causative agent is Salmonella and Staphylococcus aureus and also E. coli. So in that case, how we can prevent it? Through the hygiene, like maintaining proper hygiene, and also to prevent the consumption of the stale foods because it is full of the pathogenic microorganisms. So let's solve some questions. Acute flaccid paralysis, that is AFP, surveillance is primarily conducted to detect which disease. यानी हम AFP surveillance जो करते हैं वो किस चीज के लिए करते हैं? Is it for measles? Is it for dengue? Is it for poliomyelitis or tuberculosis? तो यही तो मैंने बताया कि acute flaccid paralysis में हम suspect करते हैं कि पोलियो है patient को. So it is for the detection of poliomyelitis. So AFP surveillance is the gold standard surveillance system which is used globally to detect the cases of poliomyelitis. Any child with sudden flaccid paralysis is investigated with stool samples to detect poliovirus. Now see, इस क्वेश्चन में जैसे कि मैं बोलती हूँ, you need to raise so many questions from a single question in order to study like brilliantly. So यहाँ पे एक चीज ये पूछी जा सकती है आपको AFP, the specimen required to detect AFP is what? So it is the stool sample. Stool sample हमें चाहिए रहते हैं to detect the polio virus. Now कौन से डिजीज हम डिटेक्ट करते हैं एएफपी से? वी डिटेक्ट दी पोलियो माइलिटीज। ठीक है, तो यहीं से 3 क्वेश्चन आपको पता चल गए। सो यहाँ पे देख लो सिम्टम्स क्या है एएफएम के। जब सडन हमें पैरालिसिस देखने को मिलता है चिल्ड्रन में, तब तुरंत डिटेक्ट किया जाता है उनका स्टूल सैंपल लेके कि पोलियो वायरस है या नहीं है। So AFM is rare but a serious condition that affects the nervous system of young children. Difficulty moving the eyes or drooping eyelids, you can see drooping eyelids, facial droop और weakness. आप देख सकते हो face is very pale and looking weak. Difficulty swallowing or slurred speech. Sudden arm or leg weakness. बहुत ज़्यादा weakness आ जाता है, movement में difficulty होती है. So you can see it is basically a disease which will affect the nervous system of young children. तो यहाँ पे ये नर्व सेल में अटैक कर रहा है, ये देख सकते हो। ये जो वायरस है इट इज अटैकिंग एंटेरोवायरस आर द कॉज ऑफ एएफएम। सो यू कैन सी हमारा सीएनएस इन्वॉल्व है इसमें। सो दिस इज ऑल फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन। नाउ नेक्स्ट इज फॉर सस्पेक्टेड पोलियो केसेस स्टूल सैंपल शुड आइडियली बी कलेक्टेड विद इन 24 hours, 14 days of onset of paralysis, 1 month, 3 days. So whenever a child is having a sudden paralysis, which is the case of which is experienced in this AFP, जैसे ही बच्चे को paralysis आया, within 14 days of onset of paralysis we need to collect the stool samples. So basically 2 stool samples are collected 24 to 48 hours apart within 14 days of onset for viral isolation. So it is after 14 days. Now, the causative agent of poliomyelitis belongs to which viral family? So it is from Picornaviridae. Like the family, the virus family name is very very important. You can mark my words. किसी ना किसी एक फैमिली वायरस का नाम पूछा जाएगा, यानी कॉजेटिव एजेंट तो सबको पता चल जाएगा, बट वायरसेस में उनकी फैमिली जो है उसके बारे में पूछा जाता है. सो बेसिकली poliomyelitis is caused by a poliovirus, which is a RNA virus belonging to which family? Picornaviridae. Now next is fever with rash syndrome in surveillance commonly indicates which disease? कौन सा disease ये show करता है? यानी fever है, rashes हैं, तो यहाँ पे मैंने बताया fever and rash है तो क्या हो सकता है? It can be measles and rubella, right? So next question. Which vaccine protect against measles, mumps and rubella simultaneously? It is nothing but the MMR, which stands for measles, mumps and rubella. नाम ही पता चल रहा है. So it is the MMR, which is a part of mini immunization program. Now next question is congenital rubella syndrome, that is CRS, occurs when infection happens during adolescence, pregnancy, childhood, old age. So congenital लिखा है मतलब it is by birth and it means कि pregnancy के time से ही है. If a pregnant woman contracts rubella, the virus can cross the placenta through the congenital rubella syndrome in the fetus. Now next one, which of the following is not a classic feature of congenital rubella syndrome? Cataract, deafness, heart defect, paralysis or what? So कौन सा इनमें से फीचर नहीं है CRS का, कंजेनाइटल रूबेला सिंड्रोम का? कैटरेक्ट है, हमें देखा, डेफनेस है, हार्ट डिफेक्ट्स है, बट नॉट पैरालिसिस. पैरालिसिस इसका फीचर नहीं है. नेक्स्ट इज acute hemorrhagic fever syndrome may be caused by which virus? Polio virus, dengue virus, adenovirus, rhinovirus. So this AHF, acute hemorrhagic fever, is caused by dengue virus. So it is very very important to note down the causative agent. So this acute hemorrhagic fever syndrome is a VHF, that is viral, NH for hemorrhagic and F for fever. So these are severe, often fatal infection caused by the viruses like Ebola, dengue, yellow fever, that will damage the vascular system of your body and it will impair the body's ability to regulate itself. यानी बॉडी के पास कंट्रोल एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन की पावर मिल गई हमें. लाइक मुझे पता है कि कब मुझे, अगर मुझे कोई हॉट चीज दिख रही है तो मुझे वहां पे हाथ कब हटाना है, कब ले जाना है. आई हैव कंट्रोल ओवर माई लिम्स, ओवर माई होल बॉडी. बट इस एक्यूट हेमोरेजिक फीवर में क्या होता है, ये एक वायरल इन्फेक्शन है जो कि किन किन से होता है, इबोला, डेंगू, येलो फीवर, इन सब से होता है वायरल। मैं इसकी बात कर रही हूँ, राइट, वीएचएफ की, वायरल हेमोरेजिक फीवर। तो ये किससे किससे होता है, दिस इज अ, एज यू नो, वायरल हेमोरेजिक फीवर है। तो ये किन किन से होता है, इबोला ग्रुप ऑफ वायरसेस से होता है, इबोला, डेंगू और येलो फीवर वायरस से। लेकिन यहाँ पे तो स्पेसिफिक कर दिया है, एक्यूट हेमोरेजिक फीवर जो है वो किन से होता है, इट इज थ्रू डेंगू वायरस से होता है। सो यहाँ पे यू कैन सी कि कैपिलरी लीकेज होने लगता है, थ्रोम्बोसाइटोपेनिया हो जाता है। देयरफॉर हमारा जो बॉडी है वो खुद पे ही रेगुलेशन नहीं कर पाता है, सो दे विल consequently result in high fever, fatigue, bleeding under the skin or from the body and resulting in multi organ failure। इस डिजीज में क्या हो जाता है, मल्टी ऑर्गन फेलियर हो जाता है। सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्रीमियन कॉन्गो हेमोरेजिक फीवर इज प्राइमरली ट्रांसमिटेड बाय, जस्ट मैंने समझाते वक्त ही बताया, इट इज अ टिक बॉर्न डिजीज, टिक से ये होता है। नाउ नेक्स्ट, which viral disease caused a global pandemic in 2019? So this is a kind of current affairs question। 2019 में हमें कौन सा ग्लोबल पेंडेमिक दिखा था, यानी 2019 का जब हम सुनते हैं, सो इट इज़ अ वेरी ड्रेडफुल, वेरी वेरी ड्रेडफुल सिचुएशन। सो इट इज़ नन अदर देन दिस COVID-19। So COVID-19 caused by SARS-CoV-2 led to this global pandemic beginning in 2019। Now next one is, SARS and MERS are classified under which group of viruses? Levivirus, coronavirus, retrovirus, and adenovirus. So this SARS and MERS are classified under the coronavirus. So SARS stands for severe acute respiratory syndrome and MERS stands for Middle East respiratory syndrome, which are the which are included in the coronavirus group. Now, the primary mode of transmission of SARS and MERS is nothing but the droplet transmission। जितने भी respiratory related infections हैं, they are transmitted by the aerosols or the droplets released by the infected individual। Now, food poisoning caused by Staphylococcus aureus occurs mainly due to viral infection, preformed toxin input, parasite invasion, or fungal spores। So, it is due to the preformed toxin by the pathogenic bacteria in the food item। So, Staphylococcus aureus produce heat-stable enterotoxin in contaminated food that is very, very difficult to eradicate। Now, next question. Which bacteria commonly cause foodborne gastroenteritis through contaminated poultry? So, it is Salmonella, which is responsible for the foodborne illness worldwide. It is a very, very pathogenic bacteria। Now, the most effective control measure for food poisoning outbreak is antibiotic therapy, vaccination, hygiene and food safety, vector control। So, it is nothing but the, कैसे आप कर सकते हो, मैंने अभी जस्ट बताया, यू नीड टू टेक केयर ऑफ वेयर यू आर कीपिंग योर फूड, वेयर यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग योर फूड, वेयर यू आर कंज्यूमिंग योर फूड, कहाँ बना रहे हो, कहाँ खा रहे हो, कहाँ रख रहे हो। इस वेयर का और कैसे रख रहे हो, हाउ का जवाब मिल गया तो कभी फूड पॉइजनिंग नहीं होगी। हम आज के डेट में क्या करते हैं, वी केप्ट अवर फूड in refrigerator and we consume it after so long। refrigerator is not to consume such a stale food कि हमने फ्रिज में तो रखा है हम खा सकते हैं, नो, यू नीड टू मेंटेन दी हाइजीन। अगर आप फ्रेश फूड खाएंगे, प्रॉपरली उसे हाइजीनिक कंडीशन में प्रिपेयर करके, कुक करके अच्छे से खाएंगे, सो यू विल नेवर फेस फूड पॉइजनिंग। So proper food handling, cooking, sanitation prevent contamination by pathogens such as E. coli, Salmonella, and Staphylococcus aureus। So these are some of the questions from the communicable disease part। I will provide you some more questions in the next part and do watch the other videos of my channel as well। And shorts बहुत important बनाती हूँ मैं channel पे। I put my like tons of efforts in it कि मैं क्या सिखा दूँ जो मुझे लगता है कि हाँ ये बच्चों को नहीं पता होगा, तो मैं इसका वीडियो बना दूँ, इसका शॉर्ट्स बना दूँ। सो आप भी मुझे कभी सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं कि इस पे कुछ वीडियो बनाने के लिए या शॉर्ट्स बनाने के लिए। आई विल ट्राई टू like fulfill all your needs। So thank you so much for watching and do hit the like button and keep learning, keep shining।